All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here with Pax Cat. Pax Cat in the house. There's the cat. He's here. He just wanted to make his appearance, you know. How's everybody doing? Prices go up, prices come down. Did you buy the dip? Is there another dip? What's going on? We're going to talk about all that today on KrissPax Live. How is everybody doing? I'm doing all right. Pump was up. Making money on Pump, making money on BONK. Doge is just kind of, you know, choppity chop. Yeah, Ramon, we might be back in the summer of chop again all of a sudden. Just at a higher level. But that's all right. We got 19 cents as our support line right here. 19 cents. We've had a few wicks below it, but that's holding pretty well. And on Bitcoin, it was $116,000. $116,000 as I called on my video this morning to go down there and flush out all that leverage down to 116. And they did that. And they did that. So that's where we start. We'll look at a bunch of other coins today. Don't have a lot of news going on. It's just kind of, you know, kind of a quiet summer day. But our friend Trader Allen made some pretty pictures. We'll take a look at those. And this thing about a CME gap. We'll take a look at that again. Showed that this morning. Perculum starts us off with the super chat. Thank you. 80 cents. 80-cent Doge. Well, it's not $1. So there's that. Gets us past the all-time high from 2021. So there's that. It's a long way up there to 80 cents. Definitely a long way up there. Boy, if we had X payments, definitely. Is Elon going to do something with Dogecoin? Everybody's getting a little sour on Elon. It's like, Elon just, Hey, if Elon enters the Dogecoin world again, 80 cents. If not, we might not get there. I think I'll leave it at that. I think I will leave it at that. Good day, Mad Bugler. What's up, Sunshine? Jay Ballin. Hello, Greg, Christoph, Pietro, Davin, Campo, Red Bull. Hey, everybody. You can see the crowns, New World. Are you on an Android? Because I didn't see them on my iPhone. So maybe on the Android app, you can see the crowns, but on the iPhone app, you can't. That could be. That could be. Yeah, Pax Cat's here. He's going to be watching me from on top of the burrow over there. You added more Doge. 1.4 million Doge. I can see why you want 80 cents. If your average is 20, you want a 4x. 80 cents makes sense to you. Got it. I got it. That makes sense. That makes sense. Hey, Ron, up and down. Say. I know. I heard that there's something going on with Say and stable coins or something. Not quite exactly sure, but It just keeps going up. Up, up, up. Since June 17th, SAY is up 125%. That's pretty good. This blue line was my old buy line from SAY at 26.5. When I used to own this thing, I sold it for more, probably around 36 where it is now, made some profit, have not bought back into this. But those that have, it's SAY and SUI, right? Those are kind of the big two that have been running. Only 2% on the day for SUI, but man, did it run yesterday and over the weekend. So yeah, from June, this is up 67%. Not as much as SAY, but still, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then we do have to check in on Pump. Got to check in on Pump. The one I was looking at was this one. So for those that were here yesterday, I bought in right there, right on that dip is where I bought fun. I sold my Trump tokens. If you guys weren't here yesterday, I sold the Trump collectibles for a loss, and I bought Pump.Fun, the Pump token, as it was launched on crypto.com yesterday. Today, it launched on Coinbase. And I was expecting more of a pump on Coinbase, and it just, I mean, it did go up. It did go up, but yeah. But so far, I am up about 18% on my Pump tokens right now. Yeah, it went up a little bit higher earlier, Christian. Yep. 0063, but right now at 614, I'm up 18%. That's better than the stupid Trump token. I did not put on my my sell. So we sold this yesterday, right? Must have been right around here. So it's down. Trump is down from where I sold it. And Pump is up. So there you go. Trump is down 1%. Pump is up 18%. I'd say that was a good move on my part. Got rid of the Trump. I'm all in on Pump. Trump, if Trump goes back to $10, maybe it becomes a thing. But other than that, nah. BONK. BONK was up over 3 here earlier, hit it twice. BONK has been very volatile today, up and down, still up 7% though, where it is on the day. So that's good for BONK. And we do want to check in on our friend PENGU. Wow, it got up to 3.4 cents today, this morning, tailing off a little bit now. So yeah, those are the most active ones I've been watching. What else have you been watching? Those are pretty good. Those are pretty good. I'm new. You think 60 cents for Doge? Howdy, Natalie. How are you? I think you get 75 for the first, and then you kind of stick at 75 for a while. And I don't know what it is for the next, how many it takes for the next one. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Ace, Jay, Cameron, Christian, Jonathan, hello, GMC in the house. Yes, Android. Okay, so on an Android phone on the YouTube app, you can see the crowns. But if you're on an iPhone on the YouTube app, you don't see the crowns. Stupid iPhone. YouTube does not like iPhone. They don't like Apple because of the tax that Apple charges on top of anything that gets paid. So, yeah. Hey, Josh. Hey, Sunshine. I think Elon will return to the throne of being the Doge father. He loves that title. Yeah. The Redskins foo is in the house. Yes. Yeah, we'll see if PENGU holds above 3 cents, GMC. We will see that. Yeah, BONK doing well. Andrea wants to see WIF. What is WIF doing today, huh? It's kind of even, just kind of bouncing around since yesterday, right around this level. So it's around $1. Let me put a line on this chart at $1 here, so we can watch it around $1. This is the dollar line on WIF. Because BONK is doing great and WIF just isn't yet. Maybe WIF is waiting. Maybe taking a nap. I think people are anticipating the BONK thing with the Solana Seeker phone. And so there's a lot of buying of BONK going on and in anticipation of that, where WIF doesn't have anything like that. So we might be seeing a little bit of that. Bitcoin still in the low 116s. We already flushed out leverage to 115.9. We flushed all that leverage out this morning. So the next thing on Bitcoin, does it close the CME gap? So here's the CME gap. It's basically 115. And we've looked at these CME gaps before. And I used to say, I don't believe those stupid CME gaps. They don't need to close. But time and time again, it actually does. It actually ends up closing time and time again. So I would say there probably is a good chance of Bitcoin dropping to 115. It's just, an altcoin Sherpa says, BTC, fill the CME gap and then let's go higher. So that's it. So we will see whether Bitcoin does the CME gap, or is it just going to be run by the market makers and the liquidations? Yeely, I sold my Doge at 18.2. Did you sell all your Doge? Really? You want to buy Doge back? Or any other coin you should buy instead? Well, we're at 19.3 now on the Doge chart. 18.2. Well, if Bitcoin goes down to 115 to fill the CME gap, we could see Doge in the 18s. So you may be able to buy back. Maybe you just do half. You buy half your Doge and use the other half for something else. If you want to play the pump game or the PENGU game, I mean, they're all doing great. Or you want to buy something that's still sleeping. Pepe, Sheeb moved a little bit today. Sheeb is up 1.5 today. It's like, we were talking about the ETH memes yesterday, and Sheeb ran just a little bit this morning. And Pepe as well. So those two are starting to wake up. So something to look out for. Hey, Harold, Charles. Yeah, if you do a super chat, you get like a lot of XP for that. Well, Perculum's going to be #1 here for a while because of that super chat. And Megal is down. Yep. $1.46 for Megal. It's in the 140s now. I'm waiting. I'm being real patient. We looked at the chart yesterday. Megal's just kind of. drift downwards like it does. Yeah, new 21. I haven't heard from Callie for a while, so I don't know what he's up to. So, not sure. Hey, Billy. Mainly music. I feel like Doge going to go past 45-cent mark. October is a guarantee. Confirmed. Confirmed. Doge over 45 cents. Let me know when you're out from pump, Kriss. I'm going to sell when you sell. If it doubles in price, that might be it. It's 0062 now. If it goes to a penny, over a penny, I don't know. Once it hits a penny, though, it could gather a ton of momentum and just take off. So I don't know. Do you be patient with this thing and just let it run like Fartcoin? Fartcoin didn't do well at the beginning, and then it took off. Could pump be one of those? I was thinking if it got to like 1.2 cents, I could then buy the Trump tokens back and I could have 200 Trump tokens. Then I got 200 Trump collectibles because I doubled my money on pump and then go back into Trump and get 200. Or I just keep the pump. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know yet. You've been watching Chinese stocks? Yeah, I have too. XPEV. I have a little bit of the XPEV car, the electric car. That's the one I've been watching. And of course, Megal, we continue to watch. That's a Chinese stock, but we wait. But XPEV, I think that XPEV electric car stock is going to do well. So I bought some of that. There's no point in the crown, Christian. It was just one of those things YouTube came up with for live streams to create a little competition and get more engagement from your audience or something. I mean, you can't turn it off. It's just there. I don't know. I don't know. Elon wants to accept Doge as payment for Tesla supercharging. He said he was going to. He said he was going to do that at the Tesla diner. And he said he had dinner the other night, soft opening. And he had dinner at the Tesla diner in Los Angeles, Hollywood. So we'll see. We're waiting for it to open and see. Does it take Dogecoin? And the robo-taxi too. Can you pay for a robo-taxi with Doge? Project MD. Tesla is not accepting Dogecoin as payment for cars. Never has. It accepted Bitcoin for a while back in 2021 and then stopped it. But he did allow payment for some merchandise in their merch store with Dogecoin. And that lasted about a year, year and a half or so. And right now there's nothing in the Tesla merch store that's priced in Doge. So I don't know. I don't know where that's going to go from here. Don't know. Wiley, you picked up some more XYO tokens. But the rips, they will come. Yep. Doge scan. Hello, Monica. Welcome. Okay, you didn't sell all your Doge. You just sold some. All right. I was going to say, Yeely, wow. At 18.2, you sold all your Doge? Wow. But okay, that makes more sense now. Your trading portion of your Doge portfolio. I have the same thing. I have a trading portion as well. Right now, a lot of it is sitting in BONK because I just had this feeling about BONK, and BONK is looking good. And then I'll sell the BONK on a big rip and I'll just buy more Doge. True North, you're welcome. That's what I do here. Not only Doge, but what else is going on? Right now, it's the pump token. It's about to hit a new all-time high. It's just about to hit a new all-time high on pump. You want to sell pump but have no idea what's a good sell price. Yeah. Well, it's about to hit a new all-time high, so it's all price discovery from here. Once it gets over 6.30063. So, I mean, this thing just started trading yesterday. This was the airdrop. And then boom, up it went. So, and we caught that dip on the live stream yesterday right there. So let's go, pump. Let's go. Pump it up. Pump it up. Bitcoin dominance starting to go down. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. Bitcoin dominance down to 63.9. It's following my white line. Look at that. I made a white line for Bitcoin dominance, and it just crossed it again. And I think Bitcoin dominance, I kind of predicted that it would kind of stay level here through the summer and then drop big time, end of the summer. So we'll see. Maybe it just keeps going down because a lot of it is ETH. And ETH is going up. And if ETH goes up like this, and keeps going up like this, then Bitcoin dominance will continue to go down. One of the things to look at is the ETH BTC trading pair. That's going up. ETH versus Bitcoin. It's finally turning around from the long slog down. ETH BTC trading pair is turning around. Hard to believe Bitcoin dominance going down like that, Bruce, while it's still near an all-time high. Yeah, can you imagine, Ryan? I end up with 200 Trump collectibles after this. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I may be done with the Trump. I mean, I took the big L. More fun to buy into something else that might pump, because I don't think the Trump collectibles are going to be pumping. I really don't. I'd like to make my money back, but I don't trust it. Don't trust it at all. Doge to the moon. Yeah. Yeah, XPEV. It's a Chinese electric car maker. There's NIO and XPEV. They're kind of the big two of kind of the higher end, not the BYDs, which are the low end ones, but they're more the higher end. And so XPEV is also developing an electric plane or something. And it was just like, oh, that's interesting. Hey, you got to be out in front of things, right? You got to be out in front of things. How do you buy pump? Crypto.com. Although it's now trading on Coinbase. So this morning it started trading on Coinbase, but I got it on Crypto.com yesterday. And I really thought that that Coinbase listing this morning would pump it more, and it really didn't. Not like when BONK got listed on Coinbase a couple years ago. When that happened, BONK, it was crazy trading. And pump really didn't do that. But of course, now that it's on like Binance and all these other things, it's getting shorted. You can You can do all of these different types of trades with it. So, yeah, Neo is still kicking, Ryan. Neo is still kicking. And Neo had that. They've got a patent on this tradable battery. So they have all of these battery places all over China. And wherever you are, when your battery runs out, you just remove your battery and you put in the replacement one somehow. I don't know exactly how that works because they're kind of heavy. So you don't put it in, but somehow it gets swapped out and then you just drive on. That was their big thing with their technology, was the swappable battery, which is cool. I mean, if you have a Tesla, right, you go to the charging station, you got to hang out there for a long time. Neo, you pull in and you just swap it out and you go. So that was the whole thing with Neo. But it's kind of a high-end car. It's an expensive car. Ondo Finance. Yeah, Harold. I really don't follow Ondo Finance. A lot of people asking about it. It hasn't really been moving a lot lately. It's kind of even for the day. It's just kind of chopping around. So trying to get back to $1. It's close. It's close to getting back to $1. It had a nice run last week. But I don't really follow it. Are we going to be millionaires? You can. If you trade right. We need an AI song for pump. It won't pump. Let's go ETH. 32.25 ETH, Nye. That's your break even. And then you're in the green. Christoph, Fallout on one PC and me on the other. Am I on the curve or the flat? I think I'm on the flat, aren't I? I get the flat. I'm not worthy of the curved screen, so I get the flat screen. Is that right? Is that right, Christoph? I'm on the flat screen. For those that don't know, on the KrissPax community page, Christoph posted a picture of his setup with the dog, but with the setup. And so if you're curious, you can even post pictures on the KrissPax YouTube community page. If you didn't know, just open your, oops, sorry about that. Close. You go to the KrissPax page on your mobile device, and then you'll see this thing called Visit Community. And you go there, and you can post pictures and whatever's on your mind, got a question to ask, something like that. You can do that right here on the KrissPax community page. This is another new thing with YouTube, allowing subscribers to be able to post on the YouTube community page. And so Donnie was doing some leverage trading. Bull run was day trading yesterday. And we have this post from Christoph showing his setup. So you can see his setup. So you can go to the YouTube community page. You can check that out. Yep, I'm on the flat screen over on the side. Yeah. You were raised in a village called KrissPax, Andy, in Yorkshire, UK. Huh. Yeah, it's just the pump token. Pump. I've got my Doge and other coins, but have some spare cash to risk. What do you reckon has a good chance of a pump this week, Sam? Huh. What do you think has a good chance of a pump this week? I wonder what that could be. What might have a chance of a pump this week? Could it be pump? Could it be pump? Hey, I don't know what this thing's going to do. I have no idea, but I thought it would be more fun to hold this and see what happens than keeping those stupid Trump collectibles. So I swapped them out, and I'm now in this thing, and I'm up 18%. So, yeah. HBAR, yes. HBAR is taking a breather. HBAR just went on a big run, Luca. I mean, look at this HBAR chart. Huge run, taking a breather. I don't know how far this is going to continue to drift down, but at some point in time, it's going to find its bottom on this dip and then take off. HBAR. It now has a higher price than Dogecoin. Different circulating supply, but price-wise, HBAR had always been behind Doge, and it passed Doge the other day. I'm on the flat screen. Flat as a pax. I am not worthy. I'm not worthy of the curved screen. I'm not worthy. 13 Republicans voted against the new crypto bill today, so it didn't pass. Interesting. I didn't hear that, Bruce. Wow. And which one of the bills was it? Was it the anti-CBDC one, or was it the Clarity? Clarity Act. Yeah, Crypto Bill Clarity Act faced delays after House Resolution 580's failure blocked their path to a vote in the U.S. House. Okay, so it didn't go to a full vote in the House. There was some resolution first that it needs to pass, and it didn't. Okay. The Clarity Act. They blocked consideration of my amendments to the Clarity Act, which would have prohibited central bank digital currencies. Okay, so that makes sense. So Thomas Massie put in amendments to prohibit CBDCs, and that got blocked. Well, that makes sense. They do not want to legislate a ban. They said limit CBDCs, not ban them. They want to keep the door open. Wow. Marjorie Taylor Greene says the Genius Act lays the groundwork for a layered CBDC where Americans interact with stablecoins, but behind the scenes, there are the functional surveillance capabilities of a CBDC. So the battle is on. So those amendments are probably what crushed it. Well, we'll see what happens from there. Thanks for letting me know, Bruce. Rip Donnie's $3. Yeah. Do I know anything about wrapped coins? I do. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't wrap anything. You buy the real coin. So BONK wrapped with BNB means that you're on the Binance Smart Chain and it's not real BONK. It's some wrapped thing. I think you end up swapping it for the actual BNB. I think that's all you can do with it. In other words, when you sell the BONK, you sell it to BNB. And then once you have the BNB, then you can swap that for USDT. I think that's how it goes. I haven't actually done it, but something like that. I heard in Boston, people rob Pokemon card show. I know, it is crazy over Pokemon, right, Low Roller? You're not safe with your Pokemon cards. Hey, boss man, how are you? I might take the L on ETH and roll it into pump. Now there's a degen move for you, Nye. There's a degen move. Again, like I say, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Maybe half. Sell half the ETH. Keep the other half there. That might make a little more sense. I don't know what this pump thing is going to do. I don't know. I mean, it's just about at an all-time high now, but it could double. Is it a pump or a dump? I'm hoping it's a pump. I'm hoping it's one of those that just takes off, one of those meme tokens that just everybody starts buying. And I got in early on it. Peak didn't work when I got early on that. Trump didn't work when I got in early on that. But this one doesn't make any sense at all. It's just a meme. So this one, I'll make money on. Oh. Dead man, you haven't gotten in on pump yet, but you did on BONK. BONK. Quant. Christian, I have not heard about Quant in a long time. Nobody asks about Quant. $111. Back in December, it got up to 170. Quant has been around for a long time. 2021. Well, that's when it started trading on Binance. I think I have to go to a like a MEXC, right? Nope. Not even on MEXC. Nope, that's about the oldest one that's on here. 2021. Yeah, so started at like $40, 2021, cranked all the way up to 400. And it's just kind of been, kind of quietly going up and down. I don't know what this thing's going to do. I don't even know what it does as a coin. I drew this yellow line at 200 for something. Maybe we were talking about it like last year. And somebody asked what my price target would be. And I said 200. Just based on that peak there in October 2022. That's like a target. That's my guess. That's my guess. On the weekly, Doge had this sloping resistance line that it broke out of. Trader tardigrade is like, look, we got these support channels. So if Doge has now dipped down and it's back in this channel, it may trade here again and then go higher, target up to 25 cents on the next run. Zooming out, you get 2 hits on a downward sloping resistance line that creates a triangle. You break out, you have a fake run, and then a retest. Did we just have something similar? 2 hits on a downward sloping resistance line, you break out of it, you come up, little fake out move, come back and reset before the big move up. Interesting idea. Interesting idea. I don't know why sometimes he does his graphics with a white background on some and a black background on others. Kind of interesting. I'll have to ask him that someday. Dogecoin, it's recovering up to 19.4. Let's go. Just posted proof of the flat screen again. I have to look at it though. I'm on the flat screen again, but you've got a game on the nice curved one now, right? Here's the proof. Not letting me zoom in. There we go. Yeah, I can't tell what that is you got on there. It's a pretty nice setup, though. Oh, and the couch. We get to see the couch. Look at that. Woo. Some Star Wars stuff. Cool. Christoph is into Star Wars. So you guys can see that for yourself on the YouTube community, on the YouTube app. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these NBA contracts, low roller. They are crazy. That's why the Celtics are selling. They're getting rid of big contracts. They're keeping Tatum and Brown, but they're getting rid of all the others except Derek White. You didn't wrap it on purpose. Tried to get rid of my BNB and saw I could swap to BONK. But when I did it, it was wrapped. Yeah. That's the BNB game. That is the BNB game. Good morning, Anthony. How are you? The P on the pump will change to a D as soon as I buy it. Well, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. About to hit a new all-time high. Here we go. Here we go. New all-time high on pump token. About to hit. I converted 9,000 of my Doge to Dog, a gamble, but I have about 500,000 Doge. I've never really looked at the Dog, on Bitcoin token. So I don't know. I'm new. You can buy as much Megal stock as you want. It just takes a long time to fill. 2,000 pounds in Megal. It just takes a long time to fill that order because there's just not that much volume. Typically when it's like drifting down, it just doesn't have the volume. So it takes a long time to fill that. New all-time high for pump just hit 635. New all-time high. Actually, it touched 6355. Making money. Making money. Yeah, those kinds of collectibles, low roller, especially like, well, the one thing about like a Mickey Mantle rookie card, particularly if you have registered it and you're the owner, if that card ever got stolen, like if it ever showed up again, everybody would know that it was stolen. So there is that. Ramon, how are you? If December is a pullback, the memes are going to dump. Yes. That's why I'm looking at selling everything by Thanksgiving. Again, that's just me and my plan. I may miss out on a continuing run in December, but at least on the memes, and roll it into Bitcoin, something like that. ICP, Luca, I have no idea. But ICP has just been a scam from the start. They just kept changing like what they were going to be, just chasing the latest thing. And like, oh, we're AI now. They weren't AI before. Oh, but now we're AI. I'm just like, yeah. Trump was meeting in Pennsylvania today. Electricity. I know I've got expensive electricity here. It's not going to go down. I mean, the state puts on so much stuff on top of what the base rate is. PENGU has steady gains. Whatever went up the highest will come down the most. Look at this. Pump is just hitting new all-time highs, guys. Just pumping. New all-time highs. If you're in relatively early, you have to ride to the end or take profits. Do it again. Don't round trip. Yeah, on some things I sell too early, and on some things I sell too late. I never get it exactly right. But the chances of that happening, you don't know. You don't know when the right time is. Maybe I'll get lucky this time. Hey, Prajwal. Thank you. Are penguins better than Doges? No. But PENGU has been on quite the run lately. No doubt about that. Yeah, it's just look under pump.fun, Yuli, on whatever you're on. Pump.fun. What chart am I looking at? Am I on log? Nope, I'm on regular. I'm on regular. I can see pump in the limelight. I'm selling. I don't know the exact date. It's rumored it's going to be the end of July, but that's like 2 weeks away. But I don't know. Oh, that's not your couch. That's the dog's couch. Oh. Oh. Well, Ryan, yesterday's picture, I was on the flat screen too. So I think that's just where I end up. I'm not worthy of the curved screen. Baby narwhal. I think you need a better informed question. I'll just leave it at that. You need a more informed question. Ask again. We got a bear? Yep. Remember, when everyone is burnt and talking smack about Doge, that's when it'll rip. Exactly. That's when it will rip. I haven't heard about a player strike. Derek White, basketball player. One we stole from San Antonio. Stole him. Stole. Valpag, always bearish. Why liquidations of longs happen so often? More often than shorts? Oh, no, we had huge shorts liquidations. This whole run up right here in Bitcoin, this whole thing right here, that was all short liquidations. Hundreds of millions of dollars of short liquidations on that whole run. That's all that was. And now they're just taking out these, the longs right in there. Let me turn this to green. So all of that in red right there, as Bitcoin was trading up, those were all shorts getting wrecked. Hundreds of millions of dollars of shorts. And then this right here coming back down was just clearing out these leveraged longs. So we can look at that on the heat map and you can see it because that's what happened. That is what happened. Gonna go longer than 3 day. Pump token is not on Robinhood, Chris. Coinbase just started trading it today. Even the 1 month doesn't show it right. Got to see where the big money was. Maybe it wasn't this far out. Yeah, they got all these shorts in there at like 111, 112. Huge short liquidations. So it's been a lot more on the shorts since July 8th, July 9th. It started taking out all those big shorts. That was huge short leverage liquidations. So there you go. Bitcoin back up over 117,000. Space Frog, you missed 2021. I know. I don't think 2025 is going to be quite the same. I've never used Kraken, Max, so I don't know how Kraken works as an exchange. There's no heat map for pump. I know that it can be shorted and you can have leverage longs though, because I saw some already liquidated on Binance. It was showing on the main liquidation page here. It was showing pump. There's one right there. A leveraged long, $1,800 at 63059 just got liquidated. So on Binance, you can leverage trade pump. Pump fund is not even close to all-time high. No, it just started trading the pump token, the new pump token on pump.fund. There's another pump fund thing that's not this. Hey, Kronos, what's up? I did have an awesome day. Thanks. Don't forget to smash the likes, everybody. Appreciate it. Happy Tuesday, Donnie. Welcome. Thank you, Christian. We try and keep it real here. If I play my cards right, I might get on the big screen by the fireplace. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, baseball is pretty competitive. I mean, what the Dodgers did with Shohei Ohtani's contract, by basically making all the big dollars in the future after he retires so they could sign all these other guys. Oh, here we go again. Another one. I don't want to go through the whole thing again, comparing Dogecoin with other tokens that have been inflating way, way more than Dogecoin. So I just don't have it in me today. Do your research. Just look it up. Go ask Grok. I don't trust the Gov either. That's crazy right there. That's crazy. They're not going to accept any amendments that ban CBDCs. They're not going to do it. Bought another $200 of pump tokens. Well, Charlotte's in the house. We were talking about you yesterday, Bastille Day, apparently, right? Bastille Day. Do you remember when I had you blasted in one of the main theaters? Yes, I do. I remember that. Yes, you did show that. Yep. And the Doge song. Let me know when you're doing that again. It will do the song. BONK still up 10%. Yeah, good run. What's up, Abe? Yeah, this is where we bought it yesterday, low roller. We bought the pump token on crypto.com yesterday because they had it. For anyone in the United States, you couldn't get it anywhere else yesterday. And that's where I bought right there. And we just hit a new all-time high, 637. New all-time high, baby. Let's go. Go bonk or go home. Hey, bonk's doing great too. It's nice when the ones you're in, up 8% now for the day. But yeah, coming back, I mean, it's been pretty volatile today, up and down. I want to get it over 0.0003 and higher. Higher. There's a lot of longs down. Yep. Right now, the only eyes are on the CME gap. The CME gap to 115. A lot of people talking about that. CME gap. But on the liquidations, all the way down to 104, huh? I got to zoom out to see all those. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like they go down to about, 106. This is on the 1 week. Oh, there's a big one right there that got through. 115.6. That's got a target on it. Didn't quite grab that one on the way down. 115.6. Yeah, Bitcoin only went down to 115.7. So we could have a dip. Yeah, how often? I get it. I think it's easier for the market makers to take out the longs by borrowing a bunch of coins from the exchange and dumping them on the market, and they can dump the price. But buying and to get the price to go up is a lot harder. Yeah, October 20th, Chef. October 20th. If Doge reached 50 cents by mid-September, you still wouldn't sell? Nope, I would wait. I would wait. Maybe a little profit. We'll take a little slice. 50 cents. I would take a little slice. Kraken is awesome, James. You like it? I've never used it. Yeah, so Yeely, the pump price is now 63.45. That's 0.006345. I bought at about 5.2 yesterday, about 5.2. So at that 5.2 mark, I'm now up 22%. $19.5 on Doge, going up. I know if there's a pump token, there should be a dump token, right? I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe there is. This is Nora Labs. Still holding Nora Labs. It's coming back up. Nora Labs. Waiting for the big run on Nora Labs. Dump, huh? Dump. It's got to be a dump token. Yes, there is. There is a dark dump token. There's a few dump tokens. Yep, here's a pump.dump. And there's another dump on dump.fun. Oh, there's a ton of them. Look at them all. A lot of dump tokens, Prajwal. There's a lot of them. Which one has the highest market cap? Probably the dumpling one. I think that has the highest market cap. All these others are just nothing. Oh, that one's 140. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Kind of dumped or it died. I don't know what happened to that. Ugh. Don't chase the green candles. That's what I say. Buy on the big red ones. Pie's a scam. Well, it's a pyramid scheme. Is what pie is. Is it a scam too? Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't touch it. Good afternoon, CDC. And we got the pinger going. ETH. We got the pinger going. ETH just took out $200,000 short right there. Somebody was shorting ETH after this big red candle here, and they just got wiped out. So yeah, shorts can, oh man, more. We got the pingers going. $700,000 on ETH. So yeah, ETH is taking out the big ones right now. Nye's doing it, selling some of his ETH and buying pump. Pump my pump. Just having fun with it. Oz, that's why we keep looking at the Doge Bitcoin trading pair. If Doge does the same thing in 25 as it did in 21, yeah, $1.50 Doge. Yeah, Alan. I agree with you, but this isn't we. We is not me. I am not asking for the government. I'm not asking for government regulation. I'm totally against this whole thing. It's all about stable coins and the almighty dollar. They don't like cryptocurrency. They call this crypto week, but it isn't. It's stablecoin week. And regulations, CBDCs, like all that stuff that we hate. That's what they're doing. Is Bitcoin a bad buy? Nope. Bitcoin is never a bad buy because it's like buying gold. So the one thing about Bitcoin is if the market really does a big dump, Bitcoin isn't going to dump like anything else. Everything else is going to dump harder. So it's not a bad idea to have at least a little bit of Bitcoin in your portfolio. Hey, Charlotte, you bought the pump token too. All right, let's go. Can you believe I bought it? Can you believe that? I bought pump token. Oh. Yeah, well, no, we have trolls that do other things, so. I got 10 diamonds. I got 10 diamonds. And then this morning, I bought $100 worth of Crow tokens as part of the entry to the pump airdrop. And I got 10 more diamonds. So then I opened a chest and I got 4 Crow. I got a silver for 4 Crow. So let's take 40 cents. But hey, it all adds up, right? It all adds up. You buy pump. Those dump tokens, there's so many of them, I don't even know which one's legit. I wouldn't touch it. You thought Bitcoin was going to hang around 120? I didn't. I said 116. We showed it on the heat map. And it came right down to 116. Now we're watching to see whether this CME gap might be filled to 115. Because that's kind of out there. But Bitcoin's looking strong right now, up to 117.4. So we got green in the market right now. Things are moving up, up. It's not very often you see Doge in the red and Bitcoin in the red, but Bitcoin is in the red in a bigger number than Doge. Hardly ever see that. So yeah, Doge's doing good. Aussie. There's a massive CME gap at $1 on the Doge chart. We have to fill that. Exactly. Baby Doge. Nobody talks about baby Doge anymore. Baby Doge. It looks like, Alan, it looks like all three of these were in this House resolution. And 13 Republicans voted against it, whatever was in this House resolution. So now they have to go back and they have to redo amendments and other things and repackage it and do yet another House resolution. Something like that. I wasn't following this today, so I'm not exactly sure. Don't chase the green candles, you ride them. Exactly. Some people have so much money, Oz. They've made so much money that the only thing that keeps them interested are big trades. So $1 million leverage trades, it's all gambling. There's way too many meme tokens, Boss Destroyer. Way too many. You were away on holiday and went to a wedding in France. Wasn't yours, was it? You just went to a wedding casually. Just went to a wedding. Okay. But not really. No regulations. We have to purchase our black market stuff. Exactly. That's how the Silk Road got like confiscated, right? That was the black market. It was the Silk Road. Doge, MOG, BONK, XLM. All good. Yeah. If you cheer for dump coin to pump, what do you say? Hey, Kamer, how are you? ETH. Back over 3,000. Looking to go higher. If it can clear 3,100, we're off to the races on ETH. We can clear 3,100. Off to the races. Take out big shorts, huge short squeeze on ETH above 3,100. I want to see it. Hey, Peter, my honest opinion for Dogecoin and what the top will be is dependent on what the catalysts are for Doge. Is it integrated onto X money or not? Huge price swing on what the top will be. So I think it relies on that this cycle. 99-cent Doge. I would take that. How do you get in on that airdrop? You just have to trade on crypto.com. You have to buy either Crow or Lion tokens on crypto.com. At least $20 worth. For those who don't know what we're talking about, I have a link in the description below to join crypto.com. Download the app, use my link, and you get some freebies. I don't know what the freebies are they're giving away right now. Probably Crow tokens. But I've accumulated like almost $2,000 in Crow tokens. Seriously. Like $2,000 in Crow tokens I've accumulated in about a year, something like that. I mean, just crazy. Doing all the little, I mean, you just do everything on the app that it asks you to do, and you just start collecting all these Crow tokens. I've also had, this affiliate link, and so like when we were buying Peak last year, a lot of people used my link to join crypto.com, and so I got some Crow tokens out of that too. So yeah, Crow tokens. They all add up. It all adds up. Crypto crackheads. But isn't it fun? Isn't it fun? Marriage is like a pump and dump. I know it. I know it. That's it, Ryan. Doge is dead. So, yeah, the baby Doge. Can't believe BONK is doing well. I can believe it. I think people are expecting big things for BONK. They're front running it. People who say Doge is dead are idiots. Mark them as idiots. I say, look, I try and educate, right? And I try and get people to like take off the blinders, right? And look around and do your research. You can see what's going on with other cryptos. Just so you get the right comparisons going. You're starting to think organically without the catalyst, Doge breaks all-time high. 2021, there was so much hype behind Doge, mostly based on Elon. I don't think we're going to have that again. But I get what you're saying, Ramon. Any kind of real volume, the FOMO will come in. People will buy. So now you bought some pump and then you set a limit sell at a penny. All right. I don't like to do limit orders right away. I like to watch what it does. Oh, you did one of those tricks, Charlotte. She didn't know you were coming. Ha ha. She didn't know you were coming. Surprise. Bitcoin dominance is coming down. Slowly coming down. It just dropped below 64. So now it's 63.92. So this is Bitcoin dominance coming down. Yeah, I don't know if I'd listen to Ramon either. He's a lying millionaire. It was fine. I married Warblast. Except he was here. Yeah, that's a lot of crow. I got a lot of crow. Just been accumulating crow. And I buy little bits when there's some kind of like special thing going on, like with the pump airdrop. So the $100 of crow that I bought yesterday to enter that airdrop was 938 crow. I got crow at like 10.76. Added a little more. The 69th like. Thank you, Duber. Now we're up to 76. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. You're up to $150 profit, Byron, on the pump. Let's see what mine says. Okay. Log in, crypto.com, let it do its thing, blah, blah, blah. Counts, crypto, pump. The pump.fun. I'm up 18% on my pump.fun. That's $170, about $170. Nice. And Trump is going down, pump going up. That was a good move on Kriss's part. Got rid of the stupid Trump tokens. Donnie, I don't know what you're having problems with, but yeah, maybe a new phone might be in order. Yeah, Oz, I think it's higher lows, right? So yeah, 13 cents was April. It did hit 13. So yeah. You had the same thing happening there, Kronos, with your phone, getting a black screen? What? Trump changed his profile pic to a pudgy penguin? I don't believe that. No. Maybe Kramer will announce that crypto is dead. And then we go to the moon. Exactly. Yep, Divinus, nice drop to 19 cents. For those swing trading. PENGU. Still holding above 3 cents. I was going to put that line on here and I didn't. I got to do that. Just the line at 3 cents. Just so visually we can see where that 3 cent line is. PENGU. For those that haven't been watching this, you missed this big run here. From 1 cent, which was the red line, to 3 cents, the yellow line. 200%. Boom. And that's like a little over 2 weeks. And it's not stopping yet. But if you buy PENGU now, you are buying it up here. You know that. It's like Ramon was saying, you don't buy on the big green candles, but sometimes this thing has farther to go. And look at BONK. Strong move on BONK. Kriss dumped Trump to buy pump fund. Yes. Yep. No more Trump tokens. I am out of the Trump collectible. Got rid of it all. And I'm just enjoying the pump.fun thing. 14 Pro Max. Stupid Apple. I hate Apple, but I'm like sucked into the ecosystem now. I'm kind of stuck with it. Yep, there's dumb thing number 2. One more dumb thing, and that'll be that. Hey, RR, just popping in. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Yep, 605% in 90 days. You still have an iPhone 11, Adam? Wow. Wow. I got the 16. I'm like all up to date. Got all the new plug, right? Got the new wires, got the new, yeah. Their icon is a bitten apple. What more do you need to know? Exactly. ETH, another short, just got taken out. $289,000 short. So ETH is still taking out short leverage trades. That's right. I give them a warning, Ryan. I give them a warning. I just can't deal with that sometimes. When I opened my Robinhood account, they gave me Apple stock, which you sold. Probably a good thing. Apple stock just hasn't been doing great lately. A few years ago, Apple stock was really running, but not anymore. Once it got to 200, it's like flatline. User error, Donnie? I don't know. The screen shouldn't go black. RR, you added some more Doge. Nice. Yeah, imagine buying Circle. You go through a 900% gain, and then you buy PENGU at the bottom, and then you do 600. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Ugh. But that happens, right? You don't know. You don't know that's what's going to happen. You don't get a new phone till it fails. Yeah, Verizon, though, had this deal going to upgrade, and I could get free Apple Watch. No charge. Free upgraded phone and an Apple Watch. So I did it. 19 looks strong support. Yes. For Doge, it does. More ETH shorts. Good luck to you, Daniel. The speaker on the old phone kind of stinks. Yeah. Gotta hold it up to your ear. It's like Thor. Will PENGU double from here? 3 to 6 cents. I mean, it just had a huge run from 1 cent to 3 cents. And now you want to go to 6. I mean, there's nothing stopping it. People keep buying, right? Where are we on the market cap? Excuse me. Where are we on the PENGU market cap? Here's pump.fun. It's on the list now. Look at this. Pump.fun is number 46. How did that happen? Just because there's so many freaking tokens? 354 billion. Ah. It has a bigger market cap than Pudgy Penguins does. Pump.fun. Yeah. I didn't know that. So Pudgy Penguins at 2 billion. So you'd go to 4 billion market cap. And that would bring it up to number 30. Well, it should be higher than Pi. Look at all the red on Pi. Just down, down, down. You don't want that. I didn't know Pump.fun had such a big market cap. The guy with 120K BTC liquidation. I don't remember which one that was, Ron. Probably not. I bit the forbidden fruit. What, buying the pump token? I've had worse. Safe Moon. Remember that? I made money on Safe Moon. Yep. PENGU at 2 billion. So, yep, it could go to 4. Bring it up to number 30. Fork says, my screen goes black when YouTube tries to play an ad. Close the app, reopen, watch the ad, and then you're good for another 20 minutes. God. Sounds like it's a YouTube app problem. Yep. And I have no control over those ads. Google just puts them up whenever. I have no control. Getting big thunderstorms up there. Can Warren Buffett just buy 100 billion worth of Doge? That's a great idea. Yeah, Ramon, that's why I try and tell people, especially the bears. They're all down on Doge. I'm like, you're comparing things that have already run to Doge, which hasn't yet. Yeah, it had that election thing last November. And it came back down, not all the way, but it came back down a lot. But it hasn't had the big blow off pump yet. It hasn't happened yet. So you're comparing things that have already run versus Doge, which hasn't yet. It looks like 0065 was the new all-time high right there. And someone's taking profit right there. Someone's taken some profit there, but that's the new high. On the pump token. I just had no idea the market cap of this thing was so big. I didn't do my research. 354 billion pump tokens. Well, that's going to make it hard to do 100x on this. That's not going to happen. Can you imagine it? It did 100x, went to 60 cents. It'd be worth $200 billion. It'd be right up here after ETH. It would be pump. Okay. Well, that's good to know. That's why I was thinking maybe double. But that would still be a 4 billion market cap. Kind of tempers expectations a little bit. Kensler working at YouTube now. Oh, Doge to the effing moon. Ah, yep. You're all in on Doge, Ramon. How many Doge do you have, Ramon? Because you're really pumping up the Dogecoin today. Doge needs an aggressive move. It'll come. The Boston Celtics just drafted a guy from Spain named Hugo Gonzalez, but he doesn't go by the name Hugo. He goes by Hugo. He said, call me Hugo. The H is silent. It's Hugo. So now we all got to say Hugo when we talk about him. Patiently waiting for the X announcement. Yeah. Hugo. 5 mil. It just sounded like you had a big bag. It sounded that way. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Pump it up. Need a Fed rate cut? September. I'm still on the September bandwagon for rate cut, not July. In 2 weeks, we're just going to get a big fat nothing. August is known to be bearish. We'll be talking about that in 2 weeks on August 1st when I make my August Dogecoin price prediction. We'll be looking at that. Yeah. Little bearish. Well, of course he lies, Ryan. So that 5 million could be 5. And he's just making up the rest, right? Just making it up. You're up 30% on BONK, rolling with some Pepe, finally settling at a good average on Doge. All in on the memes, huh? Going for it. Pepe, BONK, and Doge. Pepe will go on another run. I believe it'll at least double from 12 back to 24. It was there before. So doubling isn't bad. At this point in the market, in the cycle, doubling isn't bad. Ugo is my new name. Ugo. It's spelled with an H. He says you just don't pronounce it. It's Ugo. That's not why I'm shelling. I have confidence that I've made big chunks with Doge. Okay, that's all right. I was kind of kidding, Ramon. It just sounded that way. It was just like, you're really pumping up the Doge there. Hey, Aesthetic. Good afternoon. How are you? Yeah, don't call him a fool. I believe he has 5 million. Why not? It could be 50 million and he's just being shy. No cyber shots. I bought my Pepe at 10 and I sold at 20. And that was like 6 months ago. And I have not rebought. I've been buying other things like BONK. Making money on BONK. Pepe hasn't gone on that next big run yet after it came back below 10. So did you start with crypto with a large budget or small? Small. My first was $10,000. Well, to me, that's small. $10,000. 500,000 Dogecoin at 2 cents. $10,000. That's what I started with. Doge always goes up. Nah. No, we got another bear that says Doge is always down. It's always down. And I'm like, dude, take a chill pill. Take a chill pill. Sold my bags twice, did well, and now you're all in again for the next run. Making money. But my long-term bag is Cocoa Puffs. I'm more of a Fruity Pebbles kind of. Oh, too much sugar. I can't do that. Maybe Doge will integrate with Fartcoin, fuel for the rocket. Haven't looked at Fartcoin in a while. What's going on with the smelly one, huh? Down to $1.20. It's chilling. Really, since May. It's just been going sideways since May, up and down. You want to swing trade something, look at Fartcoin. I mean, each of these is like 30% up, 30% down. But there's no doubt it had a huge run here. March to May. It was all about Fartcoin, 500% run. But now it's just doing these 30%ers up and down, up and down. Fartcoin. Yeah. I know something isn't pumping because when people stop asking about it, it's like, yep, that's not pumping anymore. PENGU, however, still pumping. A little breather today, but it's still up 7%. Even on a breather, it's up 7%. Photoshop, exactly. Screenshots with a little Photoshop. You can make it say whatever you want. Ramon, you're welcome to post anything you want on the YouTube community page. KrissPax YouTube community. We can all see it. Just buy Doge. Yeah, I know, Donnie. I first heard about Bitcoin. I mean, probably was kind of aware of it, maybe 2017. And then 2018, when I was doing domain names, people were accepting Bitcoin and asking me if I would accept Bitcoin. I looked at the chart, and since January 1st, 2018 to that time, Bitcoin had gone down like 40%. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want that. That's crap. It already ran. It was like people were calling it like the tulip bubble. And that was it. That was over. And Bitcoin was just going to go down and die from there. And that's what all the talk was in 2018. And that's when I first really looked at Bitcoin. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So there you go. There you go. Out of your friends, you're a little fish? Wow. You hang out with some heavy dudes. Two red candles were done for. Bear market. Hey, Alan. If a person has Coinbase or Robinhood account and they buy and sell on a regular basis, but do not withdraw, are they taxed the same as a withdrawal? A withdrawal is not a tax. There's no tax on withdrawing. The tax occurs when you sell. Doesn't matter what exchange you're on. When you sell, that is the taxable event. When you withdraw the cash from the exchange to your bank, that's not a taxable event. Okay? Hey, John. Why would anyone assume with the infinite size of the internet? Dog farts, exactly. Yeah, I was in the domain name business. Should have just bought Bitcoin or Doge, right? Didn't even know what Dogecoin was then. No, I was buying, selling domain names, making websites, like doing all that stuff. Wouldn't have made anywhere near as much money as I could have if I had just done crypto then. But I just wasn't on my radar screen. Like I said, I saw that Bitcoin thing. I looked it up. I saw the price had just crashed 40%. And I was like, yeah, I'm not touching this. Good night, RR. The 15-minute PENGU chart has drawn a Doge on the screen telling us to buy more Doge. Oh, yeah. That it has. What are you doing looking at the PENGU chart, Kriss? You should just be buying Doge. Yeah, if you swap one crypto for another crypto, that's the same as selling. So that is also a taxable event. Yes. We cover all of those little rules in the epic crypto tax live stream that I do every December. And I will be doing that again this year. The next 4th annual crypto tax live stream. It's epic, I tell you. How high could you ask me go? 10 cents was my max. My max was 10 cents. It got up to 5. I sold at 3. And then it crashed back to a penny. Jasmy's now back up to 1.6. But here was that run up to 6 cents right here. First week of December. I had this mark at 4 cents as resistance, and it blew right past it that first week of December. Probably should have been following my own advice and taking some profits on Jasmy too, and not just Doge. Because wow, that was awesome. If you zoom back, you'll see it was once 30 cents. But there weren't that many Jasmy tokens then. It has very much diluted since then. So this yellow line that I have drawn here, that's 10 cents. That was my target, 10 cents. Jasmy. That's how high I think it could go. There's always a bull market somewhere. Yeah, sometimes it's just, it goes into stocks. Because sometimes crypto is going down and stocks is where you want to be, and they're going up. HTML. I didn't really learn the CSS stuff. There were some little tricks you could do to mimic CSS, but I didn't really learn it. And then all of a sudden, websites were all becoming like WordPress, and WordPress like took over. But I did, my initial websites were all hard-coded HTML. So I was pretty good at HTML back in the 2000s. Back in the 2000s. It was all HTML. Crypto the Conqueror. End of August, early September. Yeah, I think it's a little bit, couple weeks delayed from that. I'd say like starting the beginning or the middle of September, I think things will start heating up. That's just based on what I've seen from previous years. But we'll see. Kriss is cheating on Doge. I know, right? Will Doge ever forgive me? Parker, hovering around 10,000 coins. Let's go. When buying and selling for profit, I wasn't certain if tax could be avoided by never withdrawing. Nope. Once you sell, the profit is taxable. Exactly. The exchange will send you a 1099 if it's a reputable exchange, Coinbase or Robinhood. Whether you moved the money off the exchange or not, as soon as you sell, that's a taxable event. The Epic Tax live stream. Yep. We will be doing it again. Yep, I did. I had a MySpace page. I had music that played when you got there and all sorts of stuff. Yep, I was there. MySpace. I want to say like 2008. That was like big time MySpace. 2008. Wish I had some screenshots of my MySpace page from then. Never thought of doing that. It was just something I did with my friends. It was just fun. But yeah, I had a MySpace page. But I remember the music. You could have the music playing, and I don't remember what all was on there. Yep. Tom was my friend. Do I know about exporting, importing CSV files? But to like Excel, that's all I know a CSV file for, is just for Excel, not for website design. Is PENGU the secret get rich quick coin? Well, a lot of people have gotten rich with PENGU. I didn't, because I didn't believe the penguin would like go up 600%. I was not a believer, but from here, it's already $2 billion in market cap. So from here, I mean, you'll still do okay from here, but not like 600%. Doge doesn't know what to do now. Stocks are looking weak. Yeah, I agree with that. The ones on my watch list. Anything happening after market? Not really. Pretty quiet. Circle still kind of going down. George this morning on Cryptos R Us said Circle trades like a meme stock. He's kind of right. Thank you, Ramon. Appreciate it. Kronos as well. Thank you. Try and keep it chill. Keep it real. You had MySpace in 2008? Yeah, MySpace was it. Tom was your friend? I wish I had screenshots. That would have been good. Hey, Kilmar. Yep, still blame Kriss. Hashtag blame Kriss. And we didn't have cell phones. You miss Tom. He was your friend too? No, he was my friend. You got a 4x on PENGU. Nice. Best meme coin for 25. I know. Last year was Pepe. This year it's PENGU. There's X announcements on the PENGU X account. Getting into gaming and stuff. There is a Dogecoin site where you can sell stuff. It exists. I'm trying to think of the name of it now. I can't think of the name of it. I think it's the same one where Charlotte has her business on it, but you can sell things for Dogecoin on that site as well. Charlotte, are you still here? What's the name of that website? I don't remember. I don't remember the name of that site. I have to the Doge list. Is that it, Ryan? Doge list. Yes. Explore, buy, and sell with Dogecoin. The Doge list. That is it. And you go to the dogelist.com, and here you sign up, or you can, well, you have to sign up if you want to sell something. But yeah, there are things for sale. No. Saunas? They have saunas for sale? It's awesome. TheDogelist.com/marketplace. No. It's not what I want. Yeah, you can explore and you can search. You can buy an item or a location. Different categories. Any bikes? Let's look for a bike. No listings on bikes. I'm going to just randomly look at things. Here we go. Human translation from Japanese to English, 1 Doge per page. Video game testing. I will test almost anything for a agreed upon price, 69 Doge. How about that? Affordable rides for Florida families, 100 Doge. So, yep, there's a website for you. Sunshine Doge cream. Cool. Anyway, there you go. Wait till you see the Doge FOMO once we get, well, 25 cents. That was my number, Ramon. Once it gets to 25 cents. You never do shorting there, Donnie? Hey, buddy. Charlotte, your cat's here. All right, buddy. What's going on? Ugh. What happened with the Senate vote? It's the House vote, JD. It sounds like that they were a House resolution with some amendments on the bills and it didn't pass. And they were like, no, we're not doing that. So that was this Clarity Act. That was one of them. I don't know exactly what this vote was. You'll have to look it up, but 13 Republicans voted against it. Whatever that was. There are some people who trade against my thumbnails. So when I do bullish thumbnails, they're bearish. You know, when I do bearish thumbnails, they're bullish. I don't think that's a winning strategy, but I've heard that. I'm like the Kramer. You just do the opposite of whatever my thumbnail says. You've got a snob, a Russian blue. I'm just a basic tabby snob. He's not really a snob. There he is. Hey, buddy. What you doing? He doesn't care. Here, I'll make him big. And he doesn't listen. Hey, Pax, cat. He's like, oh, that's not my name. Not my name. Yeah. They'll vote against crypto, but they won't vote to release the Epstein files. Exactly. Oh. You're lucky for 5 minutes of affection per day. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah. All right, gang, this is where we are today. Bitcoin 117, Doge 19.5 cents. We were watching the pump hit a new all-time high. And it actually just went a little higher. Look at that. New all-time high, 6.6. New all-time high on pump token. We're making money on pump token. 6.6 now. New all-time high. Woohoo! Let's go. For those that were in on the pump.fun thing, again, we didn't go crazy. We didn't put too much into this because it's just one of those things. You never know what's going to happen. Still got a lot of Doge. I hope everyone has a good night. Hey, we'll be on again tomorrow. Still starting about 4:30. I can't make the 4 o'clock time this week. So 4:30 start time. Somewhere around there. So make sure you're subscribed. You got notifications. All of that good stuff. I'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.